Me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we are talking about Game 4 of the World Series. Before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys are all liking this video, sharing it with any baseball fans that you may know, and commenting on this video as well. And please hit the subscribe button to help the channel out under the network of Refuse to Lose. We've got multiple shows on that network. We got Carl Talking College. It gives you everything you need to know about the college football and college basketball. We got RBO, Real Ballers Only with Vaughn, NBA show. NBA season is turning up right now, so make sure you tune into his shows so you don't miss anything. Also, we have Kings Talk with Joe Jordan. He just went live before us. He is a Sacramento Kings fan, so he'll be recapping every game. So make sure you tune into that. And then we have Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. He will be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. He gives you everything you need to know about the fantasy football world, who to cut, who to sit, and stuff like that. And then we have Unfazed. They went live at 9 today. That's with Joe and AJ. Right now they do pick'ems, and I know that Joe is he's doing pretty good, man, with his boy Jaden Daniels. So go tune into that show. And then we have our first comment of the night. We got Joe, great win, Yankees. Yes, it was. Daniel, what's up, man? Happy Tuesday. Even though it's Wednesday now on the East Coast. And then we have In the Red Corner. That is a boxing show that gives you everything you need to know in the boxing world. That's with Ricky, Ty, and Tomo. And then, of course, you can't forget about the main show, Refuse to Lose. That's with Dave, Joe, and Tomo. They are live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. They cover everything in the sports world, kind of like our Sports Center of the network. So, and you can go into the bio and you can see a link for every one of those shows that I just described. It's quick to subscribe to the network, subscribe to every show on the network to make sure that we can keep giving you all the news that you need in the sports world. We get right into Game 4 in the top of the first inning. Seems like this guy is just going to keep doing it. Freddie Freeman hits a 2-run home run to go up 2-0. Freddie Freeman breaks the record for most consecutive World Series game with a home run. He was tied with George Springer before this game, and now he took the lead with 6. So now his name is forever engraved in World Series history until somebody breaks that. In the bottom of the second, Verdugo hits a ground ball for an RBI that brings in a run, 2-1. And then Anthony Volpe comes up in the bottom of the third with bases loaded and hits a grand slam. Yankees go up 5-2. That was electric. That was his MVP moment if he continues to play well and the Yankees end up pulling this off. Book it, because I was called crazy when I said Volpe was going to win MVP, and that was his moment, right? He's been off. There was memes of his swing against Blake Treinen's curveball, but now he gets remembered for what he's done for the Yankees lately. Game 4, grand slam. Also had a big game. And then in the top of the 5th, Will Smith hits a solo shot to make it 5-3. And then Freddie Freeman hits a ground ball for an RBI. It was originally called a double play, but it got coaches challenged, and they were successful, as in the Dodgers. So the run scored, and Freddie stayed on first base. That made the score 5-4. And then in the bottom of the 6th, Austin Wells hits a solo home run to make it 6-4. In the bottom of the 8th, Verdugo hits a fielder's choice, and Anthony Volpe just goes right on contact, as you should, on third with less than 2 outs, and beats the throw from the second baseman to make it 7-4. And then Gleyber Torres comes up right after Verdugo and hits a 3-run home run to make it 10-4. And then Judge finally gets a hit. It's been since game 1. This one was for an RBI single to make it 11-4. Yankees end up winning the game. They go 3-1 in the series. We had the starters were Luis Hill and Kasparius. Luis Hill ended up going 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 6.75 ERA in the postseason. And Kasparius goes 2 innings, giving up a hit, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and his ERA in the postseason is a 1.42. They both got the no decision, and Clay Holmes gets the win, going 3-1 in the postseason, 2.31 ERA, and Daniel Hudson gets the loss. He is 0-1 in the postseason. He gets a 7.50 ERA for letting up that home run, grand slam, I should say, to Volpe. This game was huge. This was the offense that I watched all season right here. This is what I watched. This is what I was rooting for. This is what I was waiting for, right? Judge and Soto get their lone hit of the game in the back innings of this game. The game was already out of hand by the time they were able to get their hits. They were a combined 0 of 7 before that. Soto had struck out a couple times, and Judge was getting on base, taking his walks, but he was 0 for 2 before that. This was huge, right? The bottom half of the lineup, Volpe, Wells, Verdugo, they brought in runs. That was huge. The Yankees were able to bring runners in scoring position, which they were not doing well at all before this game, right? The offense looked really good tonight. Luis Hill threw well. He just missed a couple pitches, right? But I mean, it was to the right side, to the right field fence. You live by it, you die by it as a Yankee fan, right? Like I always say, when people use it as an excuse for Judge, both teams play at it, right? So you can't be mad when the opposing team hits a home run into that short porch in right field. As a Yankee fan, going into Game 5, vibes are high, right? Vibes are high. You had Anthony Volpe doing the post-game conference with Derek Jeter. His hometown, like his childhood hero, I should say, right? Derek Jeter was the kid early in the 90s, in 96, right? The kid known in New York, and everybody who played shortstop, playing baseball, wanted to be Derek Jeter. Myself, and probably everybody that I know. He was an all-time legend. You can't disrespect him. And I know Volpe grew up looking at him as his idol because he also grew up playing the same position. Again, he was in the crowd in '09 when they were celebrating the last championship of the Yankees franchise. And for him to be able to have that moment with Derek Jeter, being interviewed by him, I know he was probably starstruck. I mean, I bet he sees him around the clubhouse sometimes and at like Legend Day and stuff like that. But to have a moment like that in the big stage where Derek Jeter was one of the best, and for him to say like, now you're somebody that kids look up to, that's crazy. Gave me the chills when I watched that. But we got Garrett Cole going Game 5 against Jack Flaherty. He threw well. Both pitchers threw extremely well. Game 1 of this series, Yankees were able to rough up Flaherty for a couple runs, and Cole was pulled a little early. My advice to Boone, please let Cole win us this game. Please. If we need him in the back end of the series, we'll worry about it another time. Right? Tomorrow, let's get on the Aces back and ride off into another win. Extend the series, make them take another flight back to LA, right? And like I've been saying, since we went down 1-0 or 2-0 and 3-0, Yankees in 7. If you're not with it, I really feel bad for you. I really do. We got another comment. Rocky, all we needed was that spark of the bats will come alive. It's a do or die baseball. Oh yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely. This was the offense that we watched all year. Yeah, Rocky, definitely. Yankees in 7, man. It's great that we finally woke up as an offense, and our best hitters didn't even hit. So imagine that. We put up 11 runs, and Soto and Judge weren't even really involved in the game offensively. I can't wait for tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night for another recap of Game 5 of the World Series. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.